America's trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 4:30.
Now at 4:30, tightening trade ties, the outcome of talks between the U.S. and Chinese presidents, and how the war in Iran is taking center stage. Plus, Wheels for Welfare, the latest in our Channel 8 bike drive today, how the donations will help meet a big need for the Lincoln community. And the Huskers' high stakes, what's on the line tonight for the Big Red baseball team as they face Minnesota in a critical series. First here tonight, though, the Channel 8 annual bike drive bringing support in for the Lincoln community. Happy Thursday, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Jay Coleman. Our third bike drive right here at Channel 8 is well underway. A steady stream of bikes arriving here all afternoon, and each one's going to help the Lincoln Bike Kitchen bring easy and affordable transportation to people in the community. Our team has been out there tracking everything and bringing you the latest. Right now, though, the one and only Rod Fowler is live at our donation site right outside of our parking lot. Rod, how's it going?
Hi, Jake. Thank you so much. You could say the donations started rolling in around 6 o'clock this morning. It's been a steady stream of people, wonderful people, dropping off unused bicycles for our bike drive. In fact, here's one right here. We've got a line. You want to show that there, Ethan? Good flow of people. If you haven't made it down here yet, keep in mind, we're going to continue accepting bicycles until 6 o'clock tonight. And I've got volunteers here with a bike kitchen ready to take them off your hands. Say hi, everybody. Hi. They're great people. So once they take your bike, they refurbish them and they give them back to people who could really use them here in the community. I'm going to show you the little stack of bikes we have over there. You're saying, Rod, that's not very many. Well, you know what? We've already had 5 trailers full of donated bikes already head back to the Bike Kitchen. Speaking of that, let's bring in Annette Thompson. She's with the Bike Kitchen. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
What does this bike drive mean to the Bike Kitchen and just as importantly to the community?
This is a very important part of what the Bike Kitchen does is we take donated bikes from our generous community and we take them and fix them all up and give them away to youth that don't have bikes and to a lot of our adults in our community who the bicycle is their only means of transportation. So this is a critical part, getting the bikes so that we can give them away. So thank you so much.
All right, and with gas prices going up, I know you guys are seeing more and more people that do want to ride bikes.
Very much so. That's really true. I mean, the poverty level in Lincoln, unfortunately, is growing, but year by year.
I'm happy to tell you that so far we're up to 280 donated bikes.
Yes, I know. I'm so excited. We had 300 last year, and we're hoping to break that this year. So bring your bikes in.
I was just going to say, we still have an hour and a half.
We do. We have an hour and a half. So look in that garage and bring in the bikes that aren't being used and bring them into us because we would love to give them a new home.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Annette Thompson, thank you so much for joining me. You heard her. We're here until 6 o'clock tonight in the Channel 8 parking lot. We're just south of 10th and Van Dorn. So come on down, say hi, and drop off a bicycle. We'd appreciate it, and so would the community.
All right, thanks so much for that live update, Rod. Now to our first look at the weather this Thursday afternoon. It's been quite a windy one out there. This video sent in to our Now Local News app from citizen journalist Melanie. Now, she shows us strong winds tossing that flag around and blowing on the trees. But those winds not stopping us here, of course, in that bike drive today. Dom, do the winds appear to be slowing down as we near the final hours of that bike drive?
Hey, good afternoon, Jake. Hopefully just a little bit, likely going to see those on the stronger side. I know I was out there earlier over the lunch hour helping folks out, so it was good to see so many folks out there. A little worried I was going to blow away, and it took a while to get everything kind of back put together after that, but certainly a breezy one still here for many of us as we take a quick look at your Honda of Lincoln camera. A few passing clouds, temperatures here in the 80s for most of us, and look at those winds out of the south, close to 20 and 25 miles per hour here in the capital city. Then that does die off just a little bit out towards the Tri-Cities. Hastings there, just under 10 miles per hour. A few passing clouds moving through, maybe even a shower possible. Better chances off to our north and east, but can't rule it out here along the I-80 corridor as we go throughout the rest of the day today. Even one severe thunderstorm warning there for Dundee County in far southwestern Nebraska, so we'll keep an eye on that. Temperatures going forward likely going to stick in the 80s for just a little bit longer, then into the 60s as we head through the overnight hours. Those wind gusts then strong for the next couple of hours, should die off then after sunset, and then on to a warmer day ahead for your Friday with chances of severe weather through the weekend. More details on that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Don. Let's get another look here at the roads right now. A live look at 48th and O Street. That's, of course, quite a busy part of town, but traffic not too crazy at the moment. That could change, however, very fast as crunch hour draws nearer. Well, having tonight an open house for a major project on 27th Street LTU, considering transportation improvements to 27th between Nebraska Parkway and South Street. The improvements include concrete repair and replacement. Tonight's open house gives the community a closer look, a chance to ask questions and learn more about the project. It will take place in the Ortner Center at Union Adventist University from 5:30 to 7:30. Tonight, a local school leveling the playing field for young people moving into adult life, and they're leaving no one behind.
Hi everyone, I'm Danielle De Silva, and coming up tonight, here's a story all about a local Lincoln college that's helping students with level 1 and level 2 disabilities transition from high school into adulthood seamlessly. They have a course load that is structured with classes that help with life skills, everything from self-advocacy to job hunting. Well, that story is on tonight. Make sure you stay tuned to hear more. I'm Danielle De Silva reporting in Lincoln for Channel 8.
Developing now, President Trump meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping. The two leaders discussing trade and deepening their important economic ties. ABC's Selena Wang has the latest.
President Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping wrapping up the first day of their multi-day summit with a lavish state banquet.
The American and Chinese people share much in common. We value hard work. We value courage and achievement. We love our families and we love our countries. Together we have the chance to draw on these values to create a future of greater prosperity, cooperation, and happiness.
Earlier in the day, the president praising the Chinese leader as they sat at the negotiating table.
You're a great leader. Sometimes people don't like me saying it, but I say it anyway because it's true.
Xi calling for a closer relationship between the two countries.
We should be partners, not rivals.
A White House official saying Trump and Xi had a good meeting, discussing ways to increase economic cooperation, end the flow of fentanyl in the U.S., and let American companies further into Chinese markets. According to Chinese state media's readout, Xi delivered a warning to Trump on the issue of Taiwan, which China sees as its territory, but the U.S. does not, saying if handled poorly, the two countries will clash or even come into conflict. Meanwhile, with the Iran war looming large over these talks, Iran says China plays a key role in its security position in the Strait of Hormuz. China is one of Iran's closest allies, buying more Iranian oil than any other country. The White House saying the two sides agreed that the Strait of Hormuz must remain open to support the free flow of energy. The current standstill has sent global oil prices skyrocketing.
And Friday will include another round of talks. The White House says the two sides will discuss trade, investment, as well as artificial intelligence. As for future discussions, President Trump says he's already invited Xi Jinping to visit the White House in September. Selena Wang, ABC News, Beijing.
And new at 4:30, some major road work is coming to Columbus. The city says it will be a full reconstruction project between 30th and 38th Streets. They're looking to fix long-standing roadway and storm sewer issues. The project set to begin next Thursday and will last for months. Officials say they aim to reopen 2 lanes before classes resume in August, and they say drivers around the area would face delays and detours while that work lasts. And coming up right after the break, the Big Red in action, the latest in the high-stakes Midwest rivalry as Nebraska baseball takes on the Golden Gophers out in Minneapolis. Sports director Nate Johnson will be live here, breaking the game down for us. Plus, a lot more coming your way. That includes a brutal crash at Old Cheney, sending victims to the hospital. All new at 5 will give you the latest in that police investigation. And Nebraska baseball back to work today in Minneapolis, taking on the Golden Gophers. This is the first of Nebraska's final regular season series. And for the latest, let's check in with Channel 8 Sports Director Nate Johnson. Nate, big couple of games for Nebraska this week.
Yeah, Jake, you are spot on there. This is a huge series for Nebraska. They really need to win all 3 of these games if they're wanting to host a regional this season. Minnesota is no pushover of a team, though, at 30-20 on the year. Now, leading up to this season series finale, Nebraska had won 4 straight games following that series loss to Ohio State. The Huskers taking down Creighton this past Tuesday for the 3rd time this season. This series such a pivotal one for Nebraska. Currently, the game is at 8-4. Nebraska with the lead, and the series will continue Friday and Saturday, with tomorrow's game also being picked up by the Big Ten Network. And Saturday's game will be on Big Ten Plus. Again, here's where we're at right now. 8-4, Nebraska with the lead over Minnesota. We'll have an update on the game coming up at 5, a full recap once it's over. So we'll see you back here at 5, 6, and 10. For now, though, Jake will go ahead and send things back over to you, partner.
All right, thanks, Nate. Now to some new developments in a court case involving Husker football.
For Channel 8 News, I'm Andrew Ward. Nebraska's athletic director says Husker football's arbitration case is far from over. Troy Dannon breaking down the next steps for 18 Husker football players after they were denied about $7.5 million in NIL deals this week by an arbitrator. Now, those deals were initially rejected by the College Sports Commission because they were connected to Playfly Sports, the Huskers' multimedia rights partner. Dannon saying those kind of deals are being more scrutinized.
To tell you, there are literally tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars of deals that have also been rejected, that arbitration has yet to begin because I think a lot of people were waiting to see what happened with our case, because our case was really about a fundamental argument of whether associated entity applied to our multimedia rights partner.
Dannon says the situation is far from over. There is another hearing in June, this time in a federal courtroom, that could establish multimedia rights partners as not affiliated with universities, which would open up some NIL doors. In the meantime, Dannon says Nebraska's government couldn't get involved in the case because state law requires those deals to be honored.
If those deals are rejected, my anticipation is the Attorney General would step in and say, you know, the law says that you can't penalize them, they can accept these deals. But we do need to fulfill everything to get to the point where that law would even be viable for the Attorney General to step in.
Dannon says they have already resubmitted many of the deals that were under scrutiny and are now waiting for the College Sports Commission to approve them for those 18 athletes.
And we're still running our Channel 8 bike drive right now. Hundreds of bikes pouring into our parking lot since 8 o'clock this morning. Here's a live look right now. Each of them will go to the Lincoln Bike Kitchen. It'll help provide affordable rides to those in the Lincoln community who need them. Now, if you wish to donate your new or gently used bike, there's still some time. We're accepting donations until 6 o'clock, so hurry to our station right now. We're located on South 10th Street. Now it's time for our full forecast at 4:30. Meteorologist Dominic Ferraro has that for us, Tom.
Hey, Jake, yeah, going into this weekend, it might look a little more like summer out there, talking about the 90s for temperatures, but that's not even the biggest headline. We're keeping track of you as we head into the weekend. It's the chance then for a few severe storms starting out Thursday and the rest of Thursday here and into Friday. Isolated to then scattered storms possibility in the forecast, and then those chances ramp up as we head towards Saturday, Sunday, and potentially then even into Monday. Now, one thing to consider with all of this is each chance for severe weather is going to depend on what happens the day before. So kind of a little bit of a conditional risk, especially as we get a little further out into this forecast. But we'll continue to keep an eye on that and keep you up to date with the latest information going forward. Quick look at those temperatures outside. 80s for most of us, a few upper 70s for north central Nebraska. Definitely a warm one out there and windy. As you can still see, maybe a few gusts there close to 40 miles per hour over the next hour or two. Hopefully we'll start to see that die down then as we get closer then to sunset. Passing cloud cover here from partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies in eastern Nebraska with a few light showers there just to the south of O'Neill down towards Grand Island. Then you see a little bit of clearing as you head out towards the west. Almost lost it, but hey, still got a hold of it there. Let's go take a look then at Stormcast going forward. A few passing showers a possibility. Maybe even seeing a storm or two try and linger there in central Nebraska going forward. And then should be cleared out as we head towards the start of your Friday forecast. Man, working the weekends, let me tell you, does some weird things to your perception of the week. But clear skies here for the start of Friday. Then as we head towards Friday afternoon and evening, then that chance for a few strong showers and possibly a thunderstorm. Could see a severe storm or two out of this as it continues then to move off towards the east as we head throughout the evening. I mean, this is something you got to consider if we have any outdoor Friday night plans. That's going to linger here till 8, 9, even closer than to 10 o'clock into the evening, and still looking at a few chances for showers there for the start of the day on Saturday morning. Now, as we head throughout the afternoon, better chances for a few showers for central Nebraska, and it could see another storm chance out of that. And there's the rest of that severe weather outlook for the rest of the day today. Could see an isolated severe storm or two. I think the majority of us stay on the dry side. Better chances for severe weather off towards Kansas, but something to keep an eye on, especially on the Kansas-Nebraska border. Scattered severe storms possible here, where large hail damaging winds the main concern for those Friday evening storms, as we just showed you there on Stormcast. Then looking at chances for severe weather for the majority of the state. Scattered severe storms possible. Might even see an enhanced risk here for central portions of the state as we head towards, once again, a Saturday afternoon and evening time frame for those storms. Chances for severe weather still in place then for Sunday and into Monday. We'll have to continue to see how this situation evolves, but have multiple ways to receive severe weather alerts. Know that severe weather plan, and we will keep you up to date as we head through the rest of the weekend.
All right, thanks, Tom. Here's another peek right now at the roads in Lincoln. This is a live look at streets around 56th and O. Traffic seems to be moving pretty smoothly. Hopefully, though, some of those cars are on their way to our station to donate to our bike drive right now happening. Tonight, though, a potential life-saving opportunity for young people here in Hall County. The area's emergency management agency is holding a teen certified basic training course next month to teach them how to help themselves and others in a disaster. They say it could even be a Kickstarter for those looking to have a career in emergency response. Now, they'll be learning everything from how to stop bleeding to performing CPR. Registration is going on right now, and the 3-day training starts June 9th. Time now for a look at what's trending at KLKNTV.com. Here's Channel 8's Mark Fisher.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Mark Fisher, and we're back with another segment of what's trending on KLKNTV.com. First up, the Nebraska softball team is on the verge of hosting its first regional since 2013. The games begin on Friday, and while the Husker fan base is pumped and ready to cheer on the Big Red, some fans who haven't missed a game all season long will now have to watch it elsewhere. Josh Sandmeyer is one of many Nebraska softball season ticket holders who say they struggled to get a seat. He says they got an email from the university stating that the highest donors had the right to choose first, in a tiered structure based on a point system. According to the university, all season ticket holders had the opportunity to buy tickets, plus 1,000+ tickets were available to the public at 3 p.m. when they first went on sale. Sandmeyer said those 1,000+ general admission seats were available on SeatGeek, but the price was too high for him and his wife to purchase. Also getting clicks, Nebraska Medicine on Wednesday said the cruise ship passenger who was originally housed in Omaha's biocontainment unit has been moved to the National Quarantine Unit. Health officials said he has been medically cleared to move into the quarantine unit. The 16 patients being monitored at the University of Nebraska Medical Center remain asymptomatic. Health officials also explained that the initial test on the patient who first tested positive while abroad was inconclusive and has now been redone. Those results are said to come back within a day or so. You can read about these stories and much more on our website at klkntv.com, but for now, we'll be back right here tomorrow with more trending stories.
And coming up right after the break, we're bringing you more, the latest on our big bike day here at Channel 8, how our third annual drive is going as we strive to bring accessible two-wheeled rides to every community member in need. Plus, new wildfires burning here in Nebraska, what we're learning about the fresh round of flames near Chadron and where firefighters are in their fight against the flames. Just over an hour left to contribute to our Channel 8 bike drive. Donations flooding into our parking lot all day. This is a live look, of course, right now of the scene. We've gotten to this point a little over 280. Last year we had 300, so hoping to break the record again. We are accepting those bikes though until 6 o'clock. So of course, if you are able to donate a new or gently used bike, bring it to our station right here on South 10th Street. Our teams on site will take it from there. Every single donation will go to the Lincoln Bike Kitchen and all the help they do to get them out to the community. Well, coincidentally, it's also Bike to Work Week. The Great Plains Trails Network encouraging the community to take advantage of Lincoln's extensive trail network. It certainly has been the perfect week for it with such great weather. Your contributions to today's bike drive could give someone in our community a way to get to work. Every donation matters. Well, it's been quite a windy Thursday, but it hasn't stopped our bike drive at all. Dom, how's it looking out there for the rest of the evening?
Yeah, we might have to hang on to the winds for just a little bit longer, but if you are going to sneak by here before things wrap up here at the bike drive at 6 o'clock, still a little bit breezy, temperatures in the low 80s, likely a little bit of cloud cover, but don't let that stop you out here. We'd love to see everybody out, especially I know we're close to breaking the total we had from last year too, so that'd be really cool to see that happen. Into the low 70s then by about 7 o'clock there, and we'll keep an eye on things as we go forward. Low temperatures tonight, upper 50s in southeast Nebraska, then down to the 50s and 40s for central and western portions of the state. We'll keep an eye on the chance for an isolated strong to severe storm in south central and southeast Nebraska throughout the overnight hours. Better chances for that certainly down south of the Kansas-Nebraska border. Very warm then for your Friday forecast. High temperatures will be back into the 90s here in southeast Nebraska. A couple 80s out there. 93 is the record high, by the way, in the capital city for your Friday. So we'll have a shot at that for sure. Then going into the rest of the weekend, still looking at chances for severe weather on Saturday and Sunday afternoon. Looks to be trending a little bit warmer too. We've kept high temperatures into the 90s through the weekend. That's a lot of storm fuel right there too. So stick with us here. We'll continue to keep you up to date.
All right, thanks so much, Tom. And that will do for your Channel 8 News here at 4:30. Ron Fowler up next, along with our team of reporters and now citizen journalists. Come up here at the top of the hour. Stick with us.
Come see us at our new South Point location. Locally owned, comfort-made mattress factory, handcrafted, built right here, and backed with a lifetime comfort guarantee.
Let your voice be heard by sharing your photos and videos to the Now Local News app. Earn points and redeem them for gift cards. Scan the QR code to join. Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Now at 5, Building Independence, how a local program is helping students with disabilities thrive. Then, Battling the Blaze, the number of acres charred in a western Nebraska wildfire. Also, Beijing breakthrough.
I think he would like to see President Trump walk back some of the U.S. commitments to Taiwan.
What China says is a sticking point to opening up the Strait of Hormuz. And pedaling with a purpose. Channel 8 and the Lincoln Bike Kitchen teaming up again to collect bikes for families in need. How close we are to breaking last year's record. We are in the home stretch of KOKN's third annual bike drive. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Rod Fowler. Great to have you with us. I'm out here in the Channel 8 parking lot where we started unloading donated bikes at 6 a.m. today. It's been a steady stream of people getting rid of maybe unused bikes, or they bought some new ones. The whole point of this is to give kids and families across the city of Lincoln a chance to have a bike. A lot of them don't. So for more on how today has been going, take a look at this.
Look at all of these bikes here.
Channel 8 once again partnering with the Lincoln Bike Kitchen, collecting gently used and new bikes for families and people in need across the community. It's been a steady stream all day as we look to top last year's record. Staff and volunteers loading up donations throughout the day with bikes of all sizes dropped off outside our station near 10th and Van Dorn. And as you can tell, we've been having a little fun with it today. Channel 8's Andrew Ward appearing to give these donated bikes a full inspection. Last year, the drive brought in 331 bikes for the nonprofit, and organizers say every single donation can make a big difference for someone who needs a way to get to school, work, or even around town. So yeah, last year we had 331 bikes. I'm here to tell you right now that we are getting close to 300, okay? And with us accepting donations until 6 o'clock tonight, maybe we can do it. So if you're watching at home, you have some bikes in the garage, out in the shed, you don't need any more, come on down. We'd love to see you say hi and take that donation for Lincoln families. All right, I want to bring in real quickly here Annette Thompson. She is with the Lincoln Bike Kitchen. We're almost at 300.
I know, isn't that exciting?
What last thing would you like to tell the community? We've seen it's been heartwarming. We're talking to people about why they're donating. What would you like to tell them?
I would like to, first of all, say thank you so much to this generous community that we live in. And I would also encourage those of you who haven't had a chance to donate bikes or to do other things within the community, that the more involved you get in the community, the more opportunity we'll have to continue to make Lincoln one of the best places to live. It's so much fun to give back to the community and to build this community into what we all want it to be.
You bet. I'm not to interrupt, but one of your volunteers told me that he remembers one time they gave a young boy a bike, and he was so excited because he said, now I don't have to run along with my friends who are on their bikes. I've got one of my own. And he said he'll remember that the rest of his life. So those are the kinds of people that we are touching, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. We had one lady come in to pick up a bike for her little girl, and she was so excited to come pick it up because happened to be that little girl's birthday, and she had nothing to give her for her birthday. So she was so excited to come and get a little bike for her daughter.
Love it, love it. Annette, thank you, and thank you to all the volunteers at the Bike Kitchen, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, let's wrap this up. Once again, here in the Channel 8 parking lot, we're located just south of 10th and Van Dorn. We'll be taking donated bikes until 6 o'clock tonight, so you have just a little less than an hour to go. We're at almost 300 donated bicycles. Our record last year was 330. Lincoln, we can do this, okay? So come on down. And right now, I want to toss it to Rusty. It has been a windy one, but we forgot all about that because of the generosity of our viewers and other folks here in the city of Lincoln. Rusty?
Yeah, it's heartwarming to see everybody coming out. And it was just while I was out there this afternoon, just car after car after car dropping off 1 or 2 or 3 or sometimes 4 or 5 bikes. So really, thank you to everybody that has stopped by today to drop off a bike. And we still got an hour left, so hopefully there's a few more of you coming out. But wind gusts today were incredible. These are your max wind gusts for this Thursday. 48 miles per hour in the capital city earlier this afternoon, 43 in Nebraska City, 44 in Omaha and Grand Island, a little further west. But goodness, it was a windy day out there. You can see the camera shaking around. Sunset at 8:37, and we have 85 degrees through 7 p.m., 79 degrees by 9, and into the middle 70s by 11 p.m. Some clouds out there, but a lot of wind. That was the main factor for today. A little line of showers trying to move through north central and northeast Nebraska. A strong storm just southwest of McCook. That's trying to head towards Kansas, but it's going to just hover along that Nebraska-Kansas border. But look at that, a slight risk for storms just to our south, and we're right on the northern edge of that severe weather risk with a level 1 marginal risk for the southern half of the state. Temperatures right now are in the 80s, and that wind is starting to subside, still sustained at 20 to 25, gusting to around 30 miles per hour. As we head through tonight, your hour-by-hour forecast, temperatures in the lower 60s. The wind gusts, well, they're going to die off as soon as the sun goes down. We are going to see single-digit wind speed as we get into the early morning hours. So that's the good news. The temperatures are going to stay very warm. We are looking at some very warm temperatures over the next several days, but we are going to see less wind. But we are going to also see a very good chance for some very strong storms Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. So those details coming up in our full forecast in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, Rusty. And like you said, that rain is definitely needed. Citizen journalist Melanie sharing this now video of just how dry conditions have become. You can see large cracks forming in the ground because of the lack of rain. Breaking now, the Supreme Court preserving broad access to the abortion pill mifepristone. The High Court keeping on hold a lower court order that would have restricted access to the medication. The decision allows patients to continue receiving the drug without an in-person doctor visit. While the legal fight over FDA safety rules continues, Nebraska has been leading a multi-state coalition pushing for tougher restrictions on the drug. All right, right now, day 2 of President Trump's summit with Chinese President Xi Jinping is underway. The meetings come at a tense time globally with the war in Iran claiming headlines, but a different region taking center stage in the discussion between the two presidents. Channel 8's Meg West is in the newsroom with more. Meg?
Yes, good evening, Rod. Listen, after a grand ceremony welcoming President Trump to Beijing, the two presidents had a lot on the docket for discussion. Everything from the war in Iran to trade and tariffs. But one issue stole the spotlight in this first round of talks. Negotiations between the two leaders took an unexpected turn, with Taiwan emerging as the central topic, which China sees as its territory and the U.S. does not. The issue overshadowing the more urgent war in Iran. President Xi issuing a direct warning to the United States, telling President Trump if he mishandles the Taiwan situation, it, quote, could collide or even enter into conflict, pushing the entire China-U.S. relationship into a highly dangerous situation. A stern warning to not test China amid the war with Iran.
President Xi is waiting to see what happens in their discussions about Taiwan and other issues, because if he does intercede with the Iranians, he wants to do it in return for some other set of concessions. And it's not clear what that will be. I think he would like to see President Trump walk back some of the U.S. commitments to Taiwan.
Iran says China is vital in securing the Strait of Hormuz as one of their closest allies and the biggest buyer of their oil. The White House saying the two sides agree that the strait must remain open. President Trump says President Xi pledged not to provide military equipment to Tehran, adding the Chinese leader offered to help resolve the war. Now, the pair will meet again in just a couple of hours from now for another round of talks. This time, the White House saying that on the table for this discussion is going to be trade and investment and artificial intelligence. And looking towards the future, President Trump announcing that he has invited President Xi to the White House in September. In the newsroom, Meg West, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you, Meg. New details on a crash sending swarms of first responders to the scene. It happened near 77th and Old Cheney. Citizen journalist Brian sending us this now video from the scene. Lincoln police say the crash involved two vehicles, with one of them rolling over with two people inside. Officers tell us at least one person was taken to the hospital. Right now, no word on how bad the injuries are or what caused the crash. And crews are working to contain the ash pole fire in western Nebraska. Here's a look at where that fire is burning on the map here. You can see I'm almost covering it up for you. You can see the two hot spots. Well, there's four highlighted in red there, burning on Nebraska's national forest land. That's about 10 miles southeast of Crawford. Yeah, here's a good look at that fire. You can hear the winds out there. It was reported late last night and has now grown to an estimated 350 acres. Forest Service crews worked through the night facing tough terrain and strong winds. A red flag warning remains in effect through Friday, as several other wildfires are also burning in the areas you saw on that map. Nebraska baseball was back to work today in Minneapolis, taking on the Golden Gophers. This is the first game of Nebraska's final regular season series. And for the latest, let's check in with Channel 8 Sports Director Nate Johnson, who joins us in the studio. Nate, these are big games for Nebraska, right?
Yeah, Rod, you're spot on there. This is a huge series for Nebraska. They really need to win all three of these games if they're going to want to host a regional this season. Minnesota, no pushover of a team, though, 30-20 on the year. Now, leading up to this final series, Nebraska had won 4 straight games following that series loss to Ohio State. Taking down Creighton this past Tuesday, the final of that series, they won all 3. A pivotal series for Nebraska. Now, currently, Nebraska's up 12-6 over Minnesota, and this series will continue Friday and Saturday, with tomorrow's game also being picked up by the Big Ten Network. Saturday's game will be on Big Ten Plus. Again, this is where we stand right now. Nebraska leading Minnesota 12-6. Slow start, got after it, though. We'll have a full recap of this game coming up at 6 in the Sports Zone. So we'll see you back here at 6 and 10. For now, though, Rod, we'll go ahead and send things back over to you.
Thank you so much, Nate. Stay with us. We have plenty more coming your way, such as a pathway to independence. A Nebraska program is helping students with disabilities. What they say they're gaining far beyond the classroom. Stay with us. Tonight, a story you'll only hear on Channel 8. A Nebraska program is helping students with disabilities after aging out of school. May is an exciting time for graduates, teens starting college and gaining more independence. And one Lincoln nonprofit is taking that responsibility on themselves to guide that transition for youth that need some non-traditional guidance in that department. Danielle De Silva joins us now with more. Danielle?
Rod, well, this is Dr. Stuart Stoffren. He came up with the idea for the Nebraska Transitional College in 2017 when he saw a neurodivergent family member, Kyle, didn't have the same choices as other students. So after a quick career pivot, classes were up and running by 2019, even apartments where the skills are being put to use.
They slip through the gaps because there's just not enough time, money, and resources to help these folks master those life skills that are necessary to find their way to independence.
Dr. Stoffren was working on his dissertation, hoping to become a superintendent when he dropped everything to follow his new calling.
And the universe was telling me, look, you can do that and you'll make a difference. Decided to try and build our own program that would address those needs and find a pathway to independence for students like Kyle.
NTC is a 3-year program. The first 2 years are online courses that range from self-advocacy to career planning and are available to everyone in every state that has a level 1 or level 2 disability. In the 3rd year, they have the option for integrated living in an apartment with a roommate. That gives them the chance to put their life skills to use. Jessie Sandberg is the residential program director with almost 20 years in special education before coming to NTC. She says the curriculum is built by a diverse array of experts.
So they are credentialed in different areas to be very effective in the programming that we want.
Adding that student growth is undeniable.
It is incredible to see what progress and what goals these students are setting for themselves and how they're able to achieve them.
Like Alex Farwell.
My own mom actually discovered it
back in 2022. He says his favorite class was money management, and now he's in their residential living, enjoying the community that's offered to him and the friends he's made.
Meet up once a week or maybe go on walks, and sooner or later we just got connected and went out a couple places, like once to Olive Garden, another for Moral Hall.
The application process is straightforward. Each student with a verified disability submits it with a guardian's permission and a reference like a teacher, counselor, or pastor. Alex's advice: come to NTC.
It's the perfect way to learn how to be independent and to learn to be on their own and to not live in their parents' basement for the rest of their lives.
Applications are accepted year-round, and for the many ways they keep it affordable, that information is on the website. We'll have a link at klcantv.com. Reporting from the studio, Danielle De Silva, Channel 8 News.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Another day with temperatures about 10 degrees above average, nowhere close to that record high. This might be the first 100 record high for the season. That was set back in 2013. Lots to get to, though. We have so many chances for severe weather over the next couple of days. Good news, bad news. Good news is that we may see some rain out of this chance. The bad news is severe weather may be part of it. Here's what it looks like on our Barrie Law Cam. A lot of sunshine out there right now, just getting back to what I was talking about, we need the rainfall. This was last week. Now this week, it keeps getting worse. Now that extreme drought getting very close to southeastern Nebraska. In fact, it does include parts of southeastern Nebraska. Severe drought, extreme drought, and now these even bigger, exceptional, as bad as it gets, drought in place for parts of the Panhandle and southwestern Nebraska. We need the rain. I'll show you the potential for rain coming up, but it's not a slam dunk. It's not a foregone conclusion, but with many, many, many chances for severe weather, cautiously optimistic. Temperatures right now are in the 70s and 80s and some 90s out there. Ogallala at 91. We're at 82 in Lincoln now, 82 in Beatrice. A lot of lower and middle 80s, still 85 in Grand Island. The wind starting to finally relax a little bit. It's out of the south at 20 to 25 and calms down the further west you go until you get off into parts of western Nebraska. But that wind gust still out there, 20 to 30, 35 miles per hour. but as soon as that sun goes down, that wind will die off quickly. There's a little bit of a frontal boundary right there. Cloud cover for everybody else. Light rain just north of Grand Island, and then one strong storm in far, far, far southwestern parts of Nebraska into northwestern Kansas. That's kind of the forecast right there. I think these storms are going to just meander their way along the Kansas-Nebraska border. Most of this wants to stay south. I think most of Nebraska, if not all, does miss out on the severe weather potential. It's close though. So some areas like Gage County, maybe Jefferson, Pawnee, Richardson, Nuckolls, Webster might see that storm briefly move up into their very southern portion of their county, but most of this wants to stay to the south, and eventually by midnight it's gone, and we're left with mostly clear skies to start the day on Friday. So because of that, we're just a level 1, just in case 1 or 2 storms pops up in this area. The potential is there. The better chance will be further south. Large hail, damaging wind further south would be the worry that we have to have tonight. Now tomorrow, here's what happens. There's a cold front right along here. Isolated storms start to pop up around 5, 6 p.m. Friday evening, start to expand fairly quickly. There's your frontal boundary right there, and that makes its way into southeast Nebraska and eastern Nebraska by about 9, 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow night, lingers to around midnight, and then pushes off to the south and east, lingering storms through 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then fades away by 3 o'clock in the morning. Because of that, we're in a slight risk. That's the level 2, and on the edge of is the marginal risk. So large hail, maybe golf ball size hail, wind gusts in excess of 60, maybe 70 miles per hour. And then Saturday, almost the entire state under a level 2 slight risk. And we're not done yet. Sunday, really good chance we're seeing some severe weather. Also on Monday, a really good chance we're seeing some severe weather. Would not surprise me to see these transition over to an enhanced risk, maybe a moderate. We'll see what happens. Rainfall potential, this is the good news. Hopefully this comes to fruition. Looking at a good chunk of rain for many areas that certainly need that rainfall. Temperatures tonight in the 50s, highs tomorrow, forgot about that. Really, really hot. Record highs possible on Friday with 94. Storms likely all the way through Monday, then a small chance on Tuesday. Much cooler by next week.
All right, thank you, Rusty. We'll have another look at how our bike drive is doing right after the break. One last push. Our Channel 8 Bike Drive wraps up in about 30 minutes or so. Again, we're partnering with a Lincoln Bike Kitchen, collecting new and gently used bikes for families across the community. Here's a shot from our tower cam of our parking lot. The drive runs until 6 again tonight outside our station just south of 10th and Van Dorn. Last year, you helped us collect more than 330 bikes. That was a record. So if you would still like to donate, again, half hour to come on down here. There's plenty of time. And I just received an update. We're up over 300. So again, last year was the record at 330. So we might be able to do this, folks. But all in all, just a great day. We thank everyone who took some time to come on down here to the station and donate a bike or two, and in some cases, 4 or 5. So again, thank you. Rusty, we did a live shot out there earlier this afternoon. I joked we had sandbags on our feet to keep us from blowing away.
It was a windy day today. That is starting to diminish a little bit, but we had a 48-mile-per-hour wind gust earlier this afternoon in the capital city. So yeah, definitely blowing around. But the storm chance is pretty small tonight. 1 or 2 isolated storms a possibility. We'll keep an eye on that. Better chance Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
All right, thank you, Rusty, and thank you for joining us. World News is next. We'll see you right back here at 6 o'clock.
Come see us at our new South Point location. Locally owned, comfort-made mattress factory, handcrafted, built right here, and backed with a lifetime comfort guarantee.
Let your voice be heard by sharing your photos and videos to the Now Local News app. Earn points and redeem them for gift cards. Scan the QR code to join. Close.
The